Each of the following compounds is incorrectly named. What is wrong with each name and what is the correct name for each compound? This is biology, and today we will do these chemistry problems, writing the correct names for our compounds and fixing and finding out what is wrong with the name given. First and foremost, we must determine whether our compound is ionic or covalent. This is essential for naming because we name the two categories completely differently. How do we do that? We must look at the formula and we have to determine what is it composed of. And we also will need our periodic table to do so. Looking at the periodic table, we see a staircase here, and we should know that to the left of the staircase I have metals, and to the right are nonmetals. Hydrogen is also nonmetal, even though it's to the left, so that's an exception. But generally speaking, metals are here, nonmetals here. So Fe, iron, where is that? It's here. It's a metal. Cl is a nonmetal. If we have a metal and a nonmetal, this is an ionic compound. How do we name ionic compounds with a metal and a nonmetal? We write the name of the metal, so iron, and then we write the name of the nonmetal ending in "ide," chloride. You would think that this name is correct, but there is something missing here. What is missing? If we have a transition metal, which are metals located over here, they have multiple charges or multiple oxidation numbers. We need to specify the oxidation number for our transition metal inside the parentheses as a Roman numeral. So here we have a Roman numeral missing. Let's figure out how to do this Roman numeral. So we have Fe and we have Cl. Now, I also wrote in my periodic table that group 1 is +1, group 2 is +2, group 17 -1, this is -2, aluminum is +3, and so forth. Chlorine is here. It has a -1 charge. What charge does iron have to have in order for FeCl3 to be neutral? And notice that I have 3 chlorines here. A simple trick could be looking at the formula given to us. When we have, let's say I have A and B, and I have charge X and charge Y, when we write the formula for an ionic compound, we cross multiply these charges, generally speaking, and we will get A with Y, B with X. The idea is that we need all the charges to cancel each other so that our molecule is neutral. Here I see that next to Fe there is no number, which means it's 1. Where did this 1 come from? This 1 came from chlorine. And next to chlorine I have a 3. Where did this 3 came? That must have come from iron. So the charge for iron had to be +3. Now let's see if it makes sense. If I have 3 chlorines, each one has a -1 charge. 3 times -1 is -3. So this has to be +3. -3 plus 3 is 0. That's why this compound is neutral. So simply we look at the name at its partner's subscript. Usually that works. And in this case it's 3. So our name should be iron 3 chloride. Let's look at the next one. We have N and O. Again, we always start by figuring out what is our compound. Is it ionic or is it covalent? Nitrogen is here. Oxygen is here. We have 2 nonmetals. If we have 2 nonmetals, our compound is covalent. It is not ionic, it is covalent. And for covalent compounds, we use prefixes mono, di, tri, tetra to signify the number of atoms of each element that we have in the compound. Notice that they have named it as an ionic compound. That is not true. That would not be the name. We have to name it as a covalent compound. So what we do is we use the name of the first element, which is nitrogen, and We usually use a prefix, but since nitrogen is 1, we do not use mono for the first element. That's a rule. So we just say nitrogen. Now we have the second element is oxygen ending in I. So we have oxide, but there are 2 of them. What do? We have to use the prefix for 2, which is di. So this should be nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide, that's the covalent naming. By the way, covalent naming is much easier than ionic. There you go. Next, Ca and O. Ca is here, metal, O is here, non-metal. Ionic naming. Again, to name ionic compound, name of the first element, calcium. Name of the second element ending in I, oxide. But why do I have this prefix? And this is just definitely wrong because I have a prefix here, I have a Roman numeral, so let's name it ourselves. So we have calcium, and I'm sorry for my writing, maybe I should be typing, and we have oxide. No prefixes for ionic elements, for ionic compounds. Next, so this is calcium oxide. Do I need the Roman numeral? No, calcium is not a transition metal. That's all we do. This is calcium oxide. Let me go ahead and erase this so I have more space. So this was completely wrong. Our name for this should be calcium oxide. Next, I have Al2S3. What is this? Al is aluminum. Guess what? Aluminum is a metal. Sulfur, non-metal. Metal, non-metal, ionic. How do we name ionic? We do not use prefixes. That is wrong. I'm going to try typing in here. How should we name it? Well, it's the name of the first element, so aluminum, followed by the name of the non-metal ending in "ide," sulfide. Do we need the Roman numeral? No, aluminum is not the transition metal, so we're done. Aluminum sulfide. Next, I have Mg, metal, and this we have not seen before. This is a polyatomic ion, an ion that consists of multiple atoms. So, what is this? If we have a metal and polyatomic ion, this is also an ionic compound. So, we have seen ionic compounds, metal and non-metal, and now we see metal and polyatomic ion. You might have to memorize polyatomic ions, their names, their charges, their formulas, or your teacher might give you a chart. So you see what you have to do there. Now, a metal and polyatomic ion is ionic. How do I name it? I write the name of the metal, magnesium. And by the way, this is not manganese, this is magnesium. And I just write the name of my polyatomic ion. This is called acetate. So name of the metal plus name of the polyatomic ion. Do I need the Roman numeral? No, this is not a transition metal. So my name will be magnesium acetate. This is completely wrong because it's the wrong element. We don't need this prefix di. Magnesium acetate should be our name. This is Maya Lochi, and I hope that you found this lesson helpful.